He's a very, very talented horseman.
It's Strike the Tiger for America, leads the way. Strike the Tiger just.
No Nay Never is finding plenty. It's the American, won it by over a length.
I think he's won 11 races over there, which is just incredible.
Here goes Undrafted on the far side. Undrafted wins the Diamond Jubilee under Frankie.
Lady Aurelia, she's as good as her reputation said she might be.
He's like my brother, I love him, He's smart. He's a good talker, too.
Lady Aurelia and John Velasquez, oh, she's won by 2 or 3 in great style.
It's still Shang, just baby!
When you're at that level, I think everybody just wants to know they're competing against the best no matter where they're coming from, and it just makes winning more special.
Campanelli has done it the hard way here and wins the Queen Mary.
We love to win at Ascot, believe me. We love winning there.
This is sort of a magical barn. I've had all of my Breeders' Cup winners and all of my Royal Ascot and Group 1 winners in France have come out of this barn. They all just seem to melt here and just thrive. All the farms I have are connected, so we breed and then we raise them in those big fields right behind, and then we break them all in the barns right here and walk across the street and go to the races. Everything is right here. This is the magician here that works all the horses. All the Breeders' Cup winners, all the Royal Ascot winners. We're going to go 5/8 this time. Good work, so Julio, because this turf is beautiful today. And this is our last real work prior to Ascot. Ascot over there, we're just going to go easy. So they need to get a lot out of these. The little guy that you seen just now, Julio, that I just gave instructions to, he's only rode for me in the races for the last 15, 16 years. Like, he doesn't ride for anybody else. He gets his salary. And I told him, whatever you make in the afternoon, to leave that in a separate account and live on your salary. And then I said, when you get enough, you can buy a house. So he just rode for me only, and he just kept it for years, aside. And this horse here, his name's Bound for Nowhere. The horse has made $1 million. He won a $750,000 race on him, and after the race, he took the money and he compiled it all together and went and he bought a house right here, beautiful little house in Keeneland. Well, it's amazing what these horses can do for people. Royal Ascot means a lot to me in that it's really helped me to help my family have a better life. My son is going to a university now instead of a community college, which is what I could afford, and so is my daughter. And it's just going to help them. If you're in America, you're only centered in on how American people think and live, as opposed to now myself and my family go over there, especially as young children, and they're able to interact with a European culture. It's completely different. It's hard to explain unless you're actually there doing it. And myself, I'm able to appreciate the way that other trainers train, completely different than American style, and I'm able to bring a lot of that back to me. And I'm hoping that I'm forward in everything I do to go over there. I like to share everything when the trainers over there are asking me questions.
It seemed like a daunting task, and it is, and it was. He had the guts to try it 10 or 12 years ago, and that was the biggest hurdle.
But they won't see which way she goes. Jealous again, another for Wesley Ward and John Velasquez. A tremendous performance in the Queen Mary.
But he had a little success that first year, and he's been honing his craft ever since, and it's turned out some pretty remarkable results, really.
This guy on this horse here, he's an old cowboy. He's got a very, very unique ability with the horses. I would say he's the best that I've ever seen in my life on top of a horse, bar any jockey or anyone. And you never know it if he's sitting here talking to you, because I don't know if you could understand him. You have to speak hillbilly. If you're fluent in hillbilly, you can talk to him. If not, you'll pick up every third word.
Well, started back in Yakima, Washington. We used to go inside the paddock with babies and stuff. When he was young, 14, 15, I think he was. And then he learned to be a jockey and all that, So he won the Clips Award, Cause he's pretty famous anyway. I said, damn, I better stick with him. And then, he had a little trouble with his weight and stuff, so he started training a few. We're in Pomona, at the racetrack there. And so we get there, it's still dark, and I get there and I say, all these horses' heads sticking out. There's about 40 of them. I said, well, Wes, where's all our help? He said, we are the help, Mike. I said, well, all these horses, they got to clean the stalls too? He said, yeah, we're going to do, Mike. We can't got nobody else. Okay, so there, anyway, that's how we started going with them babies, you know.
He's been here for years and years. He's a very funny guy, too.
Didn't have no money. We all stayed in there. We didn't care. What are you going to do? He made sure we ate. You know, made sure I had cigarette and beer. Hell, we was good. I didn't eat much with him when I was drinking a lot, you know, so beer and cigarettes, good. He said, hey, I'll pay him all the time.
He was a low-level jockey, but as soon as he started exercising the horses, it's just like, you know, there's millions of people that can golf, and there's very few at the top. He's at the top. Break off with Martine, because, you know, Martine's not a sitter. He's kind of a goer. So we've got Tyler Gaffleone. Tyler's going to breeze Nakatomi today. It's just this guy right here. And he won his first start over here at Keeneland. And we're going to put him against one of Barbara Banke's colts named Napa Spirit. Last week, he had one of my best breezes. So we're going to breeze him, and if he shows that he's as good, if not better, then we're going to move forward to putting him on the plane on Monday night and sending him to England, which is what I think will happen, but we're going to, you know, we're going to see. Charlie, my brother.
All right.
Yep. Good wine last night, Robin, you missed.
You missed it.
You sound a lot fresher than the rest of you.
I left about 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Right now we've got Maven, who's scheduled for the King's Stand. He's on the inside. And we've got Kamari on the outside. Well, you want to see them. They're going nice and easy. The riders aren't really moving. You're kind of just looking for fluidness, which both of them have. And you're looking for any air abnormalities where you'll hear something, which both of them sounded perfect. So that was an ideal work. This is Napa Spirit is on the inside, and I've got Nakatomi on the outside. We'll see what happens here towards the finish. There's a very light guy on the inside. He weighs 98 pounds. On the outside is Tyler Gaffleone. He's the leading rider over there at Churchill right now. So they both were equal in ability, it looks like. Maybe the outside just a shade better, but we'll have to talk to the rider when we get back. So they're both galloping out. Well, you always kind of want to watch the gallop out. I like to sort of keep the horses sound. That's first priority. We'll breeze them and breeze them on the grass, and you can just visually see which ones take to the grass and which ones sort of just bound away from their whoever we put them with. You know, American racing is more centered in towards speed, so I'll instill that in them early on in the breaking process. And their first workouts are from the gate. I don't work them until they can come out of the gate quickly. At least we have that gate out of the way instead of getting the horses ready to run and then going to try to teach them to the gate. I do it completely opposite than most trainers in the States as well.
When they're winning over there or they're running well over there, that started in November over here. I mean, it's not because of what they did today. It's the early education that a lot of them are getting. You know, Keeneland's really appreciated to be a small part of it, and we're all here really proud of the fact that he's based here and trains here and breaks a lot of his horses here, and the whole Keeneland team's awfully proud of the association.
Golden Bell is on the inside, Ruthen's on the outside. I'm seeing where the rider on the outside kind of pulled out a little bit. You know, he's got quite a bit of horse. On the inside, I feel he really stepped it up from last week's breeze. And a lot of that reason is that she's never been on the grass before. So last week was her first turf work, first time she's ever been on the grass. And she's really impressed here. So both of these have ran once here at Keeneland on the dirt. Both won. So the filly in behind is going to ease out right now. We'll see if she kind of widens what she did. That filly has a beautiful stride on her. You can see it's a lot longer than all the other ones that have breezed this morning. That was a wonderful breeze right there. She's going to be really, really tough over there. Of all the breezes, that one impressed me the most this morning. This is sort of a magical barn. It's almost like being in a country club or like they're at a farm. I've been here for nearly a decade, and it's really instrumental in my success.
I like my chances a lot this year. We got we got some real good ones here. I'm pretty sure we'll win one or so.
I think I'm going to have some really good chances in the two older horses I'm bringing over. Maven, he's a very seasoned horse. He's been over before. I think they have him installed at 10 or 12 to 1. But I think he's going to have he'll be a real live long shot. The other filly, Campanelle, won last year. She knows the drill. We also have Frankie Dettori, who's the champion over there. So that certainly bodes well in her favor as well. So the two older horses I'm bringing certainly are going to have very, very good chances. And the 2-year-olds, it's hard to separate them. They're all training really well. They all worked out great the last couple of works here on the grass. And the ones that have won on the grass have already been proven. So I think that we're going to be in good shape. Everything sort of culminates when it comes to Royal Ascot. Every trainer brings all their better horses, not only in Europe but all over, in Southern Hemisphere. You'll see the Australian horses as well. You feel like you're in the middle of a play or a movie. Everybody's got top hats on and big long tails on their jackets, and all the ladies are dressed to the nines. And I'm used to it now because I've been doing it for so many years. But the first few years, I didn't quite get a good handle or take on it. It's a wild place, and I hope everyone goes to experience it. This filly, Kamari, was second twice in Ascot, and she just won the Grade 1 in her last start at Keeneland here. So she's going to be pointed to the Breeders' Cup, though. This is the fastest filly in the United States. Kamari is her name. Each and every day you just try to do the best you can with every horse you have. It's brought me to where I am today. There's that saying that if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, and I just can't get enough of it. Really don't need to achieve anything else to make me happy. I just want to keep everything rolling the way it is, and just keep getting higher quality horses, to where you're in the bigger races, and you just keep doing right by the horse, and good things will hopefully keep coming our way.
We're going to keep it up, believe me. We're going to keep rolling on them. This year at Ascot, we'll be a little tough on them. They better be ready for me when they get there.
Come back next week, you'll see the same thing.